What's up? Have you heard of Christy Mixie? I'm the bad guy. And our underrated movie, the only actor that I know in this movie is LL Cool J for obvious reasons. And I've heard of this Christian Slater. And the only reason I know Val Kimber is because of uh, Batman and Robin, Batman Forever. I think he played on one of those movies, or maybe he played in both of them. Let's see. It said that this movie came out in 2005, but I could have sworn this movie came out in 2003. I could be mistaken, but I didn't really look it up. But I remember I was living somewhere else when I seen the trailer to this movie. I don't remember living in this house when the trailer came. Uh, So that's what threw me off. But the back of the movie says 2005, but I remember seeing this back in 2003. Uh, Now, this movie, I'm going to have to do a spoilers free because it's a mystery movie and it can't be spoiled. So I can't really give an in depth review on this movie. So now I'm gonna start with the trailer because I don't think they have the trailer on YouTube. Not the trailer I seen. The trailer that made me want to watch this movie. It showed they had like a lot of guys. They was like sitting at a table, and they was like, "There's nobody else in this island but us." And everybody like stood up from the table and started pointing their guns at everyone. And I was like, damn, I want to know what happened in this movie. That scene alone sold me, and the movie didn't disappoint. But even though the movie went a different direction than what I expected, it still turned out to be like one of the best movies I've seen that year. And the fact that this movie didn't and still don't get praise is beyond me. So, uh, this movie is about FBI trainees. They're trying to become FBI. What one of the guys say they need to make profiler. Now, to my understanding, a profiler is somebody who can look at a person and know some things. Like, okay, so let's say they look at a random person and they have to guess what they like, what they do, and all that type of shit. That's pretty much what it is. So I don't know, but uh, it's supposed to be their last operation or their last simulation, and one of the people in the group is sabotaging the island. They're setting up booby traps, and they're rigging certain things to go off on certain people. Shit, it's too much, and the person who's doing this, he's really 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 got a high skill level of just about everything. Just about everything. The person knows mechanics. Now, usually people who's engineer major is probably like the worst killers out there because they can kill you any kind of way. And basically, that's what all this is killing based off of engineering. Uh, so we have one character. Okay, let's see. We have the main character. The main character is Sarah, and Sarah is she's the least likely to make profiler because a lot of the time she's a pure docile. Teammates have to scream at her to get her in line. They'd be like, Sarah, we need you to do such and such. Sarah, and, you know, she usually chokes or cracks. So it is interesting for someone like that to be the main character. That is new because usually main characters have like a strong personality, but her personality is not what you expect a main character to have. So we're gonna go with the next main character, which probably this guy. He's go by the name of what is his name? I don't know his name. Mm, hold up. Maybe it'll tell me back here. I can't remember his name, but he seems like he's the betting man. That's what I'm gonna go with. He's the type of person who put his money where his mouth is. Um, so he's most likely the one you would expect to know what is the next trap, where's the next trap, and all that because he's probably one of the smartest in the group. Then we have LL Cool J, who's go by the name of Ray in the movie. Shit. He's really not on the team. He's just somebody. He was like a last minute person, and what he's doing is he's investigating the trainees and the captain. So he seems like a profiler because when they was questioning him because they don't know who he is and they was trying to get to know him and they was taking a shot out of a dart by looking at his tattoos and say this is why you got your tattoos and they was like he doing crossword puzzle so this means that he's such and such. And then when he started laying it back on them he hit every last one of them on the head and it seems like he's actually the profiler. So he's he was like the wild card in the group. Then we have the other one we call JD. I'm not sure that he was in the beginning of the movie with Sarah. I don't know. I'm not too good with faces. JD, he's usually I would say he's probably the alpha male of the group because he likes to take charge. He likes to lead. He likes to be out in front. Then we have the guy in the wheelchair. You don't see him until like when they when they was at this club before they go off to this island. You might have seen him at the at this classroom where they all where you first meet the characters. I don't know if he's there or not, but I remember seeing him at the when they was at the bar, and he was like drawing. Uh, Now, he's probably the most interesting one because anytime they point fingers at somebody at like why they could be the killer, he could pretty damn well explain why that would make sense, why this person could be the killer. But it was kind of questionable at one point when they was going to the boat to escape, when they was calling off the seminar because not the seminar, the simulation. When they was leaving the simulation, everybody was going to the boat except him, so he decided to stay. But he was just sitting uphill, watching them making their way to the docks. So, with this all said and done, uh, now you have a cat and mouse game, pretty much, and one of them is the killer, which lead me to believe that it was going to be a great movie, because when I seen the trailer, they didn't know who the killer was because they searched the entire island, and there was nobody there. And they would say there's nobody here but us. And then they was like, okay, so which one of us is gonna be? so, so I recommend you buy this movie. I probably give this movie like a high 7 out of 10. It's because it seems like there's a lot of loopholes in this movie, in the story, and some of the traps is damn near impossible to pull off in one night. So a lot of these things don't really make sense. It's a lot better if I have like a laptop or a computer, or whatever, so I can show clips and show you like this is where I don't believe it could happen, and stuff like that. I don't know how to do that stuff yet, so that's the best I can do because I'm trying to do a spoilers free movie review because I can't really go in depth like I want to because the movie is a mystery movie and it shouldn't be spoiled none whatsoever. So this is my take on the most underrated movie review, Mind Hunters. Please check it out.